If it wasn't for the fact that the daughter of the state senator, John Hoffman, who had been in the home after both of her parents were shot, called police, police would not have known that this crime happened. And the fact that they proactively went to this other lawmaker, to the home of Melissa Hartman and her husband, the fact that they went there and that they luckily showed up by the time that the shooter was still in the house, they were able to put out these alerts. Still, they saw him shoot the state representative, Melissa Hartman, and her husband, and apparently he shot at officers, and then he took off on foot. And the manhunt, which they have called the largest in Minnesota's history, continued for 43 hours. Something that I think was really interesting to hear about yesterday was how, and now in the press conferences, how finally police zeroed in on him. It was a combination of tips from the community, somebody who had seen him flee the second car that he abandoned during the time he was a fugitive, and head into the woods. And at that time, you had a multi-agency, federal, state, and local police trying to figure out where he was. What the commissioner told me yesterday from the state police was that they used this infrared technology from aircraft that they had in the area to find just body heat, to figure out exactly where he was. It was interesting to hear that he surrendered, that nobody was hurt, even though he was armed at the time of the arrest. Now, I think what is very important about this press conference, what we heard read, was a big question that I had. Why did last night we hear that he was facing second-degree charges without premeditation when you have somebody impersonating a police officer,
right,
according to police, and according to the videos and the images we've seen, somebody who wore a full face mask to look like another person, dressed like an officer with a patrol car. They found this list of potential targets with addresses, not just for other lawmakers beyond the state, but also with the addresses of abortion clinics and pro-abortion advocates. You have so many elements that would point to, and so much evidence that would point to premeditation. 3 assault rifles, at least, plus handguns in the cars that he left behind. That was my biggest question, is like, wait, what do you mean no premeditation? There's so much evidence. Now we're hearing, of course, that prosecutors will seek premeditation. If it first-degree murder, as we heard now, he would be facing life in prison. But as you said, and what I'm thinking now, as I covered this case as well, Luigi Mangione, it is the federal charges, the ones where he is facing the death penalty. So it seems like this might be a somewhat similar case where you could face life in prison from the state charges,
right,
but death penalty from the federal charges.